Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Lang, and I'm with our computer science and software engineering team. We are part of a career and technical ed department, and so, hey, we're learning some real world technical ed stuff that people are doing out in industry. Very important. And one of those is to do your what we call a cyber hygiene, making sure your system is running optimally. All right. And so we are going to update our operating system. So the first thing I'm going to do on my operating system, I need to shut it down. So I'm going to do a Control-Alt-T to open up my terminal. Well, let's try that again. There it is. And I'm going to do a command called sudo shutdown now. Now I have this in my engineering notebook on another screen, so I know what to type. And I'm going to put in my password, and I think I might have mixed that up and the command wasn't found because I used a capital S. I saw that at the last minute. And let's try to do that. And my operating system is shutting down. And now what we need to do is we need to make a backup. So I'm going to my File Explorer where I have my virtual machines. And I am going to go to this directory. I've made one for my practice. All right. And I need to go into my backup directory. And I'm going to make a folder called today's date. And it's the 5th of one of my favorite months of October. All right. So I know when I made that backup. I'm going to open that up. Now I'm going to head back to my File Explorer, head to my virtual machines, my operating system, and I'm going to do a Control-A to copy or to highlight all those, and then a Control-C to copy them, and I am going to make a backup. And I'm going to talk about why that is important to make that backup in just a little bit, but it is critical to make a backup before we work on updating our operating machine. So I've made that backup, just took us literally a second or two. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my virtual machine through my hypervisor and go to my practice one and load that up. And sometimes you get some different messages throughout, but yeah, you'll get the hang of it when you become a avid virtual machine user. But this is loading up the operating system here. And I am going to bring my notes over because I am going to need those for me to update my operating system. And let me try to drag that over there. And it's not working like I thought. Well, now it's working. Let me get this Windows 11 thing figured out. And there's my notes, and now it's coming online. So I'm going to go ahead and get logged in real quick. I got my notes over here on the right-hand side. All right, and I want to go back to my my notes here, my engineering notebook, and go to my updating operating system. All right, and one of the first things I have here in my notes is, hey, make a backup in red. It is so critical to make that backup, and you saw me just do that. Head back over to my terminal here, Control-Alt-T, and now I'm going to do my next command here, and that is this command right here. So I'm going to do my sudo update or apt tac get update. And I'm just going to double check that to make sure I spelled it right this time, and it looks like I did. And it's going to ask for my password to be admin. And now it's looking for any updates on the internet, all right? And when it's done with that, I'm going to go ahead and do my up arrow. I'm going to look at my engineering notebook, and now it tells me to change that update to upgrade. So I can just change that date to grade, enter, and eventually it's going to ask me, hey, there's some updates. It needs to get installed. It's going to take about 7,000 kilobytes. That's nothing of hard drive space. Do you want to continue? Well, yes, I do. I'm going to type in a Y, press enter, and now it's working on updates. You just want to let that do its magic. You don't want to do this update when you only have a second. You want to have some time to do it. You don't want to have to shut your computer down in the middle of an update. And so I found this resource online, and I think it's a great resource. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what are the benefits of updating. Well, updating your operating system can bring several advantages, such as faster, smoother operation of your devices and applications. Maybe there's new features and functions that enhance your user experience and productivity. It's going to improve protection from malware, that malicious software, viruses, and hackers. More compatibility with other devices and software. And one of the most important things is bug fixes. I hate those bugs in software applications, but people are always working on updating those fixes. And error corrections that resolve issues and glitches. Regularly updating your operating system can help you take advantage of optimal performance and functionality of your device while avoiding potential problems and threats. So important. I, as an IT employee, and you guys working in this career in technical ed, you want your systems to be working at their optimal performance. So important to do that. So, are there risks with updating? You better believe it. There are risks. All right, and let's talk about those real quick. So, updating your operating system can come with some risks, such as incompatibility with existing applications, or maybe hardware devices you have in your computer. Maybe loss of data. Where did all my stuff go? Or settings during the update process. Changes in the user interface or functionality. There could be some bugs that are introduced, some errors that causes instability or crashes, and higher battery consumption or storage space requirements. These risks can affect your device's usability and reliability, potentially causing frustration and inconvenience. To avoid these issues, it is important to back up your data. As I mentioned when I backed it up, I'll explain why. This is why. Back up that data and your settings before updating, and check compatibility and reviews of the new operating system version. So, again, so important to make that backup, which we have done. So cool. So here we are. We've updated our operating system. I'm going to look at my notes, and the last thing I need to do is reboot it, and that's very important. So that way all those updates can really get ingrained into the operating system. And so hopefully once this reboots, I can get back into it and have a peace of mind that my operating system is running at its optimal top performance. And I can go on my day. Again, it literally takes you a couple minutes to do it. Very important. But please remember, once you start your update, you don't want to stop. You don't want to say, oh, I don't have time anymore. I have to leave and power your computer down, because that can affect your updating. So, all done with my updates. I got a fresh new operating system, and I'm ready to continue being an IT person and developing some cool software. Thank you for listening. Please take a look at my other vlogs that I have on my portfolio, some of the skills that I am learning. Thank you very much.